Welcome to Bitching Moanin, the podcast where we talk shit, spill the tea, and say all the things you're definitely thinking about but shouldn't say out loud.
We're your hosts. I'm Stephanie with Patricia, and together we're your weekly dose of sass, laughs, and just the right amount of bad decisions.
From sexy stories to petty rants, nothing's off limits. So grab your wine or your drink of choice, loosen your morals, and let's get into it.
Because if we're not bitching,
we're probably moaning. Welcome to Bitchin Moanin, the St. Patrick's Day episode. Can you tell?
We're in our greens.
We're in our
no pinching here.
No pinch. Well, we might pinch each other
pinching
later.
Yeah.
But we're so excited you guys joined us for St. Patty's Day. It is probably my favorite holiday.
Yes.
I would probably say I love Christmas.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day, because my kids were born on Valentine's Day, but St. Patty's Day, there's nothing like it.
Yep.
Today, we have something different than our usual wine. We have green beer. This is definitely a tradition around here. We love any kind of beer that's going to be green. I think
anything that would be green,
exactly.
Right?
So,
beverage-wise.
Yeah. So I think, What'd you get?
I think it was the Coors Light. I got
Okay.
a Coors Light. Yeah.
I got a Miller Light. So cheers to St. Patty's Day and the St. Patty's Day episode. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and we did get some goodies for us to eat. We got some sliders and some kind of nachos and some Southwest egg rolls. Just a little bit of combination. Because, we got to keep our tummies full so we don't get really silly later when we're talking. So
we decided to go on location in our community because we love to support our community, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are at a place called the Landmark Bar and Grill, kind of, right? Landmark Bar and Grill.
Uh-huh.
And they usually have this huge St. Patrick's Day festival on the actual St. Patrick's Day and the weekend before. So they are so great about giving back to the community by celebrating, different kinds of occasions. And they had this fun menu, has special drinks on it and special food. So we thought we would come out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day with you guys.
So we're going to give you a little history lesson, and then we'll also have some fun stuff, probably do some interviews with some people with some kind of cool questions. So just a lot of fun stuff today and keeping it light.
We'll find something to bitch about for sure.
Oh,
and we'll definitely find something to moan about.
Woo!
So, but in the meantime, let's talk about St. Patty's Day. What do you got?
Okay, I put my glass on to read, you know me. So, but basically, just if you didn't know, St. Patrick was not Irish. He was born in Roman Britain in the late 4th century. And then at age 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and enslaved.
That's pretty young.
Yeah. Enslaved in Ireland for several years. And then after he escaped, he returned to Ireland as a missionary, helping spread Christianity.
Oh, okay.
So he might have just been Patrick before, but now that's why he's St. Patrick, right?
You know what?
Yeah.
I have a funny story about Patrick when you're done.
Yeah, okay. And then his death is traditionally dated to March 17th, 461 AD, which became the basis for the holiday. So it started out as a religious feast honoring him, and it's been observed on March 17th for nearly 1,000 years. So people have been partying a long time to celebrate this man. Yeah.
That was kidnapped.
Yeah, that was kidnapped,
It became a slave.
Yeah, glad you were freed. And now talking about Christ. We're so excited. So, but basically how it got here is Irish immigrants brought it to the U.S., where it evolved into a secular celebration of Irish culture featuring parades, green, shamrocks.
I got some shamrocks, as you can see.
Yeah. A couple of them.
I think there are some good shaped shamrocks.
Yeah. They're just the right size.
It's the right size.
Cultural pride events and Irish music, food, and drink.
All right.
So that's pretty much a little bit of history about St. Patrick. So do you have some things you want to?
I have a few things.
Share with us? Tell everybody what's going on.
Well, as you can see, we're all decked out in green, right?
Yeah.
Green beer, green clothes. A lot of people do green nails. I don't have green nails tonight, but
Yeah.
green makeup. I think I have like a 70s look going on here.
Yeah.
I just thought green would be appropriate. But the original color wasn't green.
Really?
Yes, the original color was
Purple.
blue.
Oh, no.
Blue. It said green only became associated with the holiday over time, largely due to its link with Irish independence movements and the Emerald Isle nickname.
Wow.
So yeah, they came blue first, and then they're like, wait, Ireland is known for the green,
And then
it's
Shamrocks too,
Shamrocks
right? They're green.
too.
They're not blue.
right. So that's how the green
Yeah.
came. But we're being attacked by the
Ooh.
garland.
I might have to wrap it around me later.
Yeah.
So take our little
Oh, that would be fun.
decorations.
And then let's see. So these are kind of some facts and some myths about St. Patrick's
Okay.
Day. So this is no snakes in Ireland. I think that's a myth.
Really?
So while legend says St. Patrick's was chased snakes out of Ireland, the island never had snakes. And as the surrounding ocean prevents them from inhabiting the cold region.
I
So
want
that,
to live there because there's no snakes.
yeah, I know.
In Texas, we have rattlesnakes.
Oh, my
in
God.
the summer, probably the
Every
worst it
time.
is. I don't like snakes.
No.
They're just evil.
I don't
you
like
know.
them either.
Ugh.
I have snakes give me nightmares.
Yeah.
I just don't like anything. If I see something on TV or in social media, I'm just like,
Yeah, I don't even like the little. They're kind of cute, the grass snakes, but it's still a snake, and he's whatever. His snake is just gross. They're
I
just,
think
and they
they're
shed their skin. It's
Ooh,
just
I
like,
know.
and then here's this like skin just laying out everywhere. It's like it's
Gross.
just gross. Yeah, well, not a fan of snakes.
So you also mentioned about it coming to like America. So the first parade was actually in America. It says the first parade didn't happen in Ireland. It occurred in St. Augustine, Florida in 1601.
Wow.
So, speaking of parades, again, just a little reminder, I was born and raised in Chicago, and I'm telling you, Chicago has one of the best St. Patrick's Days ever. I mean, Texas has a pretty good one too. We have an area called Greenville Avenue, which is a long street, and so they have a huge parade there, and it seems to get bigger and bigger every year. But in Chicago, they turn the river green, and so they turn the Chicago River, and it's a whole big production. And I've seen it a couple times when I was younger, and it's always fun to see. I don't know how many times it never gets old,
Right.
So they did that the other day,
I think that's pretty cool when you first see the green go in there and it just kind of moves its way
Yes.
through. That looks so cool.
It's so, and everybody's around the sides of the river, and they're partying. They're all in their green, and then you're not supposed to be drinking on the streets of Chicago. So the cops were out. I saw some TikToks with the cops grabbing like literal gallon jugs of. People were bringing them because they were drinking all day. So they were like, okay, I'll take that gallon from you. I'll take, because you're not supposed to drink on the streets of Chicago.
Cough syrup bottle, right?
Dude, they have a lot of cool stuff that you can hide alcohol in. Did you ever see like the tampons?
Oh my God. Yeah, nobody's going to touch that.
That's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, Chicago has one of the best St. Patrick's Day. And it's, if you can ever get there to see it, definitely see
I'd
it.
like to know where else they do that at. Have you heard of anywhere around our area? Like,
Where
I know Las Colinas, they have kind of the canal.
Yeah,
they
but
turn that green.
I don't think so. No.
I've never heard it anywhere else but Chicago. So I wonder if it's just unique to Chicago for some reason.
They've been doing it in Chicago since 1962.
Wow.
And it's just so fun. The other thing, they do have large parades in Argentina. That's known for hosting a really large parade. And then the leprechaun legend. So there's a leprechaun at the end. Is there a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? And then there's a leprechaun that has the pot of gold. Is that how it works?
Yeah. I wonder if you would have to beat him up to get the pot of gold. If it's like a WWE wrestling match for a pot of gold.
So the leprechaun legend, it's actually the puka they call it Pooka, Puka, or leprechaun, is a figure from Irish folklore with myths suggesting green attire makes you invisible to them.
Ooh, can you see
and
me?
avoids a pinch. So
Oh, that's where
why.
that came from.
Yeah.
I always wondered where the pinch came from because it seems so weird. You're not wearing green pinch.
Yep.
So
Let's talk about food, I guess, too, because we have some really great dishes in front of us, which we are going to put some pictures up of the dishes that we ordered, all related to St. Patrick's Day. We've got some Irish nachos, which, man, they look amazing. They have melted cheese, bacon, green onions.
and it's like on a potato chip.
Yes.
Instead of like an actual nacho chip. So I'm staring at it right now and I thought, I mean, it's got all the same fixes as like regular nachos. It's just the potato chips.
Right.
Base. But yeah, it looks incredible.
And we got some egg rolls, which I know egg rolls are not necessarily, but we're going to make them Irish today.
Yeah, they're very good. Irish egg rolls today. But,
and then also some Reuben sliders, which I'm so excited about that because I just love Reubens anyways. So I say we eat some and then we'll come back and tell you how the food was.
Okay, be right back. Alrighty, well, we're back now. We've finished up our food. We had our sliders. So what do you think about the sliders?
I thought they were a little slidey.
A little slidey. Yeah, they were a little greasy or something.
Yeah, so, I don't really like the fatty kind of food, and it did have a lot of fat on it. It was corned beef, but I don't know. It just kind of looked like bacon.
Yeah,
and I just didn't like it.
Well, my egg rolls are always good as
those are good.
They're always really good. I don't care where you go. You can't mess those up. So I know they're not exactly Irish, but they're just so good. So yeah, those are definitely on point. And then the Irish nachos, the chips were a little salty, only because it wasn't bad.
It was a bad review.
Yeah,
they do have good food here. It's just what we chose today may have not been the right.
I think for me, I don't eat a lot of salt anymore, so it had the bacon on it, which is salty, and then you had the potato chips, which were salty. So I think it was a little too salty for me.
This is our bitching portion of Bitching and Moaning.
Yeah, but it was good. I mean, it was still good. I ate it. I didn't like sit back. It was still good, but just a little too salty. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you get too much salt on your fries, and you're like,
I
don't like all that salt on there. So, but yeah, it was good, and we enjoyed our little, personal time talking and eating food, just like everybody does when they hang out.
The wind is blowing crazy here today in Texas, and so everywhere we go, we're getting our hair blown.
Yeah,
I cannot find my words today.
Yeah,
maybe I just need to drink more green beer. I need something.
The wind is like 50 miles an hour here, and a little cold front is coming through. So the minute you walk outside, it's like your hair's going. That's another bitch. Crazy. Yeah,
no flyaway hair.
So it's a little crazy.
So we have some questions. Let's get back on topic with St. Patrick's Day. So we have some questions that we're gonna, I guess, just ask each other.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find somebody to.
Yeah.
They want to answer some questions.
We'll look around and see if we can't ask them the same questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask ourselves.
Okay.
So I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
So, do you have any Irish heritage in your background? Any relatives or anything?
Well, my name is Patty.
Yeah. But is your family from Ireland? No. That's so funny.
No, up north they call me Patty, but I'm Patricia down here. But that I become Irish on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
So I do not have any. Not that I know of. I'd have to. My daughter just did that DNA thing.
Oh, really?
What is it called? I know.
Anyway,
you know what that is. And
23andMe or something like that.
But it was kind of cool because she got a bunch of information, and it's scary what the internet knows because she's like, "Mom, there's a bunch of pictures of you and Dad and your high school years." I'm like, "What? I want to see." So she was showing me, and I think what happens is they take pictures from your yearbooks in high school and then plaster them on this DNA thing. And sure enough, freshman in high school with my little schoolgirl skirt on, and my ex-husband, he was a jock and he was popular. I wonder where my son gets that from. And we were both pretty popular in school, but he was just more into sports and stuff like that. And So yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the point of that was I can find out if I have any Irish in me. I don't think I do, but
My dad a long time ago did kind of the genealogy in my family back before there was any before the internet, right? And he was reaching out to cousins, and I think there is a little bit of Irish. It's like 1/9 of me is Irish, but somewhere along in our line there is some. So
Okay.
I would love to go to Ireland one day.
Oh, me too.
It'd be kind of fun to do that around St.
I
Patrick's
know.
Day.
Maybe we can film from there. Maybe y'all can just send us there. Can you just send us there? Can we just get a St. Patrick's Day sponsor? Green here. This is the best Miller Lite beer in the world. Miller Lite, I love you. Even when you're green.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's another question. What's the best St. Patrick's Day celebration you've ever been to? You probably have so many.
I do. I have a lot of great memories because every St. Patrick's Day we celebrate. And I do have one that's really pretty memorable. And it's actually kind of neat because you know how my friendships mean so much to me in life. They really do. And it was when Rob, my husband who passed away, was still alive. And the night before St. Patrick's Day, we all went out because it was like a Saturday night, and there was a whole group of us, and we were just having the best time drinking green beer and whatever. And we all got a little drunk. We had a good time because it was St. Patrick's Day, right? And that was a Saturday night. Well, one of our friends from the group decided that they wanted to eat green eggs and ham for St. Patrick's Day the next morning at a bar.
That's so funny.
And drink green beer. And so we were all hungover. I swear, my husband at the time, I don't think he even wanted to go, but we had committed. We paid our little whatever to go. And so we all went. It was like 8, 9, 10 of us. And we were the only people in that bar in downtown Fort Worth. And so we're sitting there and we're ordering our green eggs and ham and whatever and drinking our green beer at like 7 o'clock in the morning, hung over. And all of a sudden, somebody walks in the bar and he is just the biggest smile, a little ginger. He's excited. And he's like, my friends aren't here. So we're like, come sit with us, you know, because his friends obviously were smart and stayed in bed. But all of a sudden he became one of our closest friends. And here we are, 15 years later, if not more. And I'm friends with him and his wife, and they have a daughter, and I love them. Bob Barker. Love you. That is really his name, Bob Barker. That's his real name. I love him.
If you don't know, Bob Barker did The Price is Right. He was the original host of that many, many years ago.
Yes.
So it was kind of funny. Bob Barker.
I know. He gets a lot of, but he's one of my little Chicago Bears soulmates, and we've gone to sporting events together, and I love his wife and his daughter. They're just amazing people, and so shout out to them. But that is actually one of the best stories I have because I made a lifelong friend and just got to hang out with all my friends. So what about you?
So mine's a little opposite of that. It's not really like, the best St. Patrick's Day celebration, but I've alluded to my second husband. He's now my psychotic ex, which is, one of these days we will get into this whole story of that. But he was born on St. Patrick's Day. Gosh. So it's kind of like, maybe I don't ever want to celebrate because, there's one of these days, I don't know how we're going to get into that because it's a whole thing. But he was born on St. Patrick's Day. So
see, now we're making new memories on St. Patrick's Day.
You have to turn the bad ones into good ones.
Exactly.
Right? So that's a little tidbit there. Okay, if you found a pot of gold today, what's the first thing you'd do with it?
I would not tell anybody.
You wouldn't tell anybody?
I'd have it all to myself.
Okay, wait a minute. You wouldn't tell
I
anybody?
wouldn't tell anybody. Maybe one person. Because she'd have to go on my journeys with me.
I'd have to,
my adventures. But no, if I found a pot of gold, oh my God. First, I would check Googly Goog to see what the price of gold was worth. To see how rich I was.
Yeah.
And then I would probably want to go somewhere. I love traveling. So I really want to go to Australia. I want to go to Japan. I want to travel because I love that.
Yeah.
So I would pick a place, Tuscany, Italy, and drink some wine, And then when I was done traveling, maybe I'd buy all my kids' houses. Like,
Yeah.
you know, one has a house already, but I'd buy my other two, like
Right.
beautiful mansions, and
Yeah.
so they can be set. And then that's it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
tell anybody else.
Yeah, it'd be, you would know it happened. There would be signs, right, as they say. There would be signs. For me, it's like, I don't know, because it's like it's unreal to actually
Yeah.
think that that would happen, and what would you do with it. But I'd want to get back in some kind of way after I, made sure my kids had a house like
Yeah.
that. Because nowadays, for kids in their 20s, you
It's so
just
hard.
can't get a house.
I mean, even
It's
apartments.
hard.
Here's
Yeah.
another bitch. Even apartments are
Yeah.
so expensive for these young adults. They're
Yeah.
trying to make it out on their own, and they can, they have to find roommates,
Yeah.
or they have to still live at home and try to continue to save
Yeah.
up for what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Even house down payments are crazy.
Yeah, my oldest daughter wants to eventually open up a sanctuary for animals.
Okay.
And so she does boarding and a lot of things on a very small scale. So I think it would be cool to do that. Do a little shout out. I watched The Asher House. Have you ever seen that? It's a guy up in Oregon, and he started out just little tiny sanctuary, and now he has hundreds of acres.
Aw.
And he has farm animals and cats and dogs, and they has so many acres, and because it's in Oregon, they just get to kind of, he takes them on walks, and he has like these 40 dogs and stuff, and then he has
That's
a whole
fun.
health and wellness thing. So my daughter would love something like that. So I think I would probably try to figure out for them what is their passion, what would they
Yeah.
really want to do, and help them achieve that. And then, I've always thought like things like Habitat for Humanity. I
Yeah.
know you've done some stuff like that, or veterans, homeless veterans doing tiny homes or something.
Yeah.
So, those are all big things. It would be nice, if I could do that. It's just, you got to be a gazillionaire to be able to do things at that level.
Yes,
But
you do. That's funny. I'm going to reach over here. I'm getting close to the camera.
But then again, the pot of gold, it's like, probably couldn't go that big with pot of gold, because we really don't know if it's like a vacation pot of gold,
right.
or if it's
you got to figure out googly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a gazillionaire pot of gold.
But I was going to mention, you started talking about dogs.
Yeah.
This was just on the table here at Landmark, and again, shout out to Landmark for letting us be here and
do our podcast.
Yes. But they're having National Puppy Day is next week here on March 21st. It's a Saturday, and they're going to have dog adoptions and doggy photo ops. Vendors are going to be here, and then there's going to be like a special dog menu, so they might have little treats for dogs. So this is the coolest thing. I love stuff like this, that again, our local community coming together and working not with just people but with animals. So I love that.
Yeah, so we would be here, but we have a surprise that we'll save for our next one, a little surprise location we're going to be at. So we won't be here to help with the puppy, but you'll be very surprised. It's going to be fun. So, okay, next question. This is a fun one.
Oh, gosh.
If a leprechaun challenged you to a dance-off,
oh my gosh,
what song would you choose?
Oh my gosh. Let me think. There's like so many that are going through my head right now, and most of them are Pitbull songs. I don't know, because his songs are just so energetic, and it makes me want to dance. So I like that song. My favorite Pitbull song is "I Like It" with Enrique Iglesias. So it'd probably have to be that one, because I can really jam out to that. So yes, Pitbull, I like it, and Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah. Well,
what about you? Oh God.
Mine is going to be so old school, but I just love the song "Dancing Queen."
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think he'd do very well at that for some reason. Definitely stay away from any Irish clogging songs, because he'd kick my ass. I'd be like,
I like that song. That's a fun song.
Like River Dance. Yeah, no, that. But Dancing Queen, I just get in my little head, think about when I was young, and when there were no worries in the world, I'm just dancing in circles. So that's so old school, but it's always when you go back to, you have your little favorites. So
the one that kept on popping in my mind was "Pump Up the Jam, Pump It Up." Remember that song? I was like from the 90s, but like that was in my head.
Yeah.
Don't I sound like Celine Dion?
I know. Yes, you do.
Okay. Yeah. That was a little treat for y'all today.
What was that group where they lip sync? Milli Vanilli. Maybe we'll turn into like Milli Vanilli, and we'll just hire some people to sing on our behalf.
Yes.
And, hey, we just will make sure we don't win any Grammys.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and then this one's a pretty funny one too. If you had to replace your hair with something green, Would you pick lettuce because it'd be like a flat deer, or grass where it's like a mohawk, like how grass
Oh my
grows, or
gosh.
would you do neon tinsel because it comes down
Yes.
this long?
Neon tinsel. Yes.
Tinsel. That's what I'm thinking because I will never cut my hair off. So,
Yeah.
and I don't look good when it's really flat,
Yeah.
right? And I'm past the days of this.
Yes,
so,
me
yeah,
too,
I would
me too.
not
We'd be matchy though.
Yes.
Green tinsel. We'd be rich and we'd have green tinsel
Yeah, and
hair.
everybody would love it. It would
And
be so
we would
cool.
love it. Yes.
Yeah. So those are just some fun questions.
Let's see what I got.
So
Those are fun. I like
yeah,
those questions.
Just silly things.
Let's
I did
see.
see one that was pretty funny, but it's would you want a giant leprechaun to fight in a WWE or like 10 little miniature little?
Oh my gosh. It's funny that you say that because my son just went to, I know they're called little people, right?
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm not trying to be politically correct or anything, but the way they advertised this was
The M word.
midget wrestling in one of our local establishments, bars or something.
Yeah.
And he just went there and watched it. And I said to my son, I said, they are human beings and they are little people. So even though it's all in fun, just try to be respectful of that.
I'm surprised they even have it called that.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, apparently everybody had fun and he ran into his boss there.
It's so weird when you run into like people you work with, or I think like when you were in school, your teachers at the grocery store, and you're like, what are you doing here? It's like, well, they're people too, right?
Yeah.
They have fun, they do whatever, but so it's crazy.
That is funny.
Okay, so
let's see. I just mine are not that fun, but let's see. Okay, what's the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? Because you know how they say it's usually like four leaf clover.
Oh, yeah,
4-leaf
clover.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the highest is?
I'm gonna say 13, just because it's like a odd number.
Odd number.
Yeah, why not? Be an odd shaped one.
Would you believe the Guinness Book of World Records has it at 63? That's crazy. Yep.
That sounds like a bush.
That's the latest record. It was set in Japan in 2023.
That's like ivy at that point,
That's
right? Where
wild.
it just keeps going. Yeah. Okay, that's crazy.
I'm not going to ask that one. Here's one. Oh, can you name 3 famous Irish bands? Yes, you can. Because you know them. You know the song.
I probably know them, but didn't know they were Irish.
Yeah, you did. Because there's one that's.
You say them.
Yes.
Nothing is coming. Oh gosh, they got to be 80s bands, right? Or the 80s?
A couple of them are 80s and 2000s.
And if I say somebody, it's going to be wrong.
That's okay. That's okay. Just guess.
That's so wrong.
You say no. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you too. That is definitely one of probably the biggest Irish bands.
I was like, I think they are, but then I'm going to make myself look so dumb if I get it wrong.
You were so right.
So that's probably the only one. Was ABBA Irish?
No,
they were
Swedish.
Okay,
Swedish,
they're still ish, but the wrong ish.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The Chieftains. They were, I think, big in the 90s, I want to say.
I don't remember that.
The Cranberries.
Cranberries.
Zombie.
Yeah.
I see you're getting the singing me today. I want to sing. Oh my God, Zombie forever. The Dubliners. I don't know who they are. Enya, remember her?
Oh, yes.
I don't know the words to that song, but I'll hum it. Hosier.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's like now. He has songs now. I can't think of the one, but yeah, he's popular now.
More than.
Here's one from the past. Thin Lizzy from like the 70s and 80s. Yeah. So those are some. Okay. What are the colors of the Irish flag?
Well, I would think maybe it has probably green and yellow and white.
Close. Green, white, and orange.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Would you know what they stand for?
No, probably not. Green is probably good luck.
Green represents the Catholic faith.
Okay.
Orange, the Protestant faith.
Okay.
And white represents peace between the two religious groups.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
If you didn't know that. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's our little question and fun session.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little break. I think Patricia needs some more green tea.
I think I do, because I might sing some more for you.
Yeah, so we're going to pause. We'll come back to our next segment, and then we'll get into maybe some moaning at that point.
Okay.
That sound good?
Sound
all right. Well, we're back, and we're going to wrap up our little podcast with our moaning.
Ooh. You
So-
gonna go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So, whew, my moan is
Me. She loves me.
But right up to next year.
Okay. All right, for this week. Only.
Only this week. Is Marcelo Hernandez from SNL.
Oh my God. I love him.
God.
I love him. He is so good.
He's like a little, I don't know.
Yummy?
I have a little crush on this boy. My husband knows. I had to apologize to him on Saturday when I was watching SNL. So I just have to say he's got a little crush, and he's like, it's fine, honey. But his skits are so funny. My favorite one is the one where he plays Domingo. Where he's like, you don't know, it sounds like the bride had a thing with him, on the bachelor party. And then it's like, okay, they've been married a while, and now she's pregnant, and all of her friends come up and sing a song, and all of a sudden Domingo's there. It is so funny.
Yeah. If you can watch any of those skits on YouTube or whatever after you watch our podcast, he's hilarious. And he was actually in that Adam Sandler movie with Happy Gilmore too.
Yes,
as he was
funny.
Bad Bunny's cousin, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And I watched SNL last night too, or today, whatever it was, and he was just I think he's getting more and more airtime too, because I think the audience really likes him. So apparently, he is a cutie.
He's nice to look at,
and I love that he's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yes, go.
He also does the skit where it's like he's playing himself when he does Weekend Update, but he's talking about his really shy and reserved girlfriend, and they're like total opposites, and he's like so over the top because he has like ADHD anyway, and so he's just so funny, and you would think, how are these people even together? But
I think you know what
is so funny.
Now that you say that, I think he has a comedy special
He does.
on Netflix. Yeah. Okay, I think I saw that.
I watched it. It's pretty funny.
He is funny.
He's my moan this week. Yes,
that's a good moan. That's a really good moan.
Yeah, lots of. I think his humor just makes him that much more attractive. He's just literally so funny. I'm laughing hard every time I watch.
It.
So
he is good.
Yeah. So who do you have?
Well, I've been watching a little show called The Love Story.
Okay.
It's a show about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, and my moan is. I think my moan is JFK Jr. I always thought he was just so attractive, and I used to feel bad for him too because of everything that his family went through, and John F. Kennedy Sr. He's probably my favorite president for a lot of reasons, but JFK Jr. was just. I thought that he was just so in the mix of everything of life, and he was hot as ever, and he just kind of went about his life. And this show is a cute love story. It really shows how much they loved each other. But I did learn a whole lot more than I knew living through it, because we lived through the 90s and stuff. We saw all that stuff that happened. We saw it on TV, like news and all that.
It was tragic.
Yeah. But yeah, he's my moan because I still think he's hot, and I think he loved her. Obviously, till whatever happened. I don't want to spoil it, but he's beautiful, and he's my moan. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about that. But he is hot, and even the guy playing him is hot in the show. He looks yummy, yummy. So that's my moan.
Alrighty, well, we got a little bit of St. Patty's Day, had some green beer, and talked about some moaning. And we'll be back next time with some more bitching and other things.
Yes.
And so I guess we'll say
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Have fun. Be
safe.
With whatever you're
That's
doing.
the mom in us. So. Be safe.
Yes.
But enjoy St. Patrick's Day, and don't forget to drink green beer.
Yeah.
And we will see you on the next adventure.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.